I want to know, what is stopping you from following your dream? Why are you not out there doing the things that you know will get you there? What is keeping you stuck? What is stopping you? Sometimes it's skill, but more often than not, it's fear. It's a limiting belief. We have fears all over the place. Sometimes it's fear that we're not good enough. Sometimes it's fear that you think you won't succeed. Sometimes it's fear that you won't be able to compete with the competition that's already out there. Sometimes it's the fear that I'm not going to be able to live up to the dream that I have. What if I fail? Fear is the biggest destroyer of dreams. And why? Why is that? When you guys see all over the news, all over the YouTube, all over social media, the people who are succeeding out there are the people who had to get over their fear. There was always fear. And when they're successful, even the ones that get successful fast are telling you their story, their fears as they go through it. You guys see the people who are already successful, and you forget that every step of the way they had to overcome fear. There's an acronym for fear that you guys, I've heard it over and over again. You may have seen it before, but I'm going to share it with you because I think it's so important. The word fear, the acronym for this, F, stands for false. Number one, the things that you are afraid of are false. You are projecting what you think is going to happen into the future on as if it's truth. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. So it can't be true. It is always false because there's no way to know. That's F. E is for evidence. You constantly are looking for evidence to prove the false thing that you tell yourself or the false thing that you believe. You find whatever you're looking, if you look for evidence for whatever you're looking for, you will find it. If I'm looking to prove that my city is the worst city in the country and that people are so unkind and thoughtless, I'm going to find evidence of that everywhere I turn. If I think that my city is the best city in the whole world and the people are so kind and helpful and they care about you, I'm going to find evidence of that everywhere I look. You will find evidence to prove whatever it is that you have decided. Number 3, A, is appearing. So false evidence appearing. You look at what things appear as. You look at from one perspective, which might be sight, or one perspective, which might be the way that you think. Do you not realize that there are so many different ways to think about things? I could pick any topic and gather a group of 10 people together, and every single one of us would have a different perspective about that topic. I don't care if it's about teeth. I could gather 100 people together and there would be so many different perspectives. There are so many ways to look at things, and yet we keep on insisting that the way it appears to us is the only way. How ridiculous is that? If that's going to stop you from following your dream, starting that business, up-leveling, 10xing your business, then stop doing it. The R is for real. False evidence appearing real. Just because you've decided it looks real to you, someone else's perspective will prove you wrong. There are so many different ways of looking at things. Stop being in that place of fear. And you want to know what the reality is? I say stop being in that place of fear, but the reality is you're going to have those moments. They are going to come. The people who are successful are not any braver than you. They were just brave for 5 minutes longer. They felt the fear and then they did it anyway. Take action through the fear. Let the fear be the wisdom that makes you stop and go, okay, how do I want to address this? I am afraid. I'm acknowledging that I'm afraid, but guess what? I'm going to do it anyway. But what's the best way? Fear can be a good educator to help you decide what direction you want to go and how you want to handle it. But don't let it stop you, and don't even let it pause you. Don't let it pause you. A pause is when you stand there doing nothing and make no decision. When you let the fear, when you feel the fear and decide, you know what, I'm gonna think about this, decide what I want to do and decide what actions I'm going to take. That's not a pause. You're actually taking action. The action is figuring it out before you take the next action, which might be the direction you decide you're going to go with it. Stop fearing. If I have one piece of advice, the wisest thing that I can come up with to tell you about fear, it's 2 words. Stop it. You guys got this. See you in the next video.